Media.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Kansas Missing and Unsolved podcast. I'm your host, Ricky Chabruggy, and joining me in Arizona, Derek Relaford. How's it been going down there in Arizona, Derek?
Not too bad, man. Been working my tail off all week and having fun doing it. Been doing my thing. How you been?
Not too bad. Keeping busy. Of course, I worked my noon to 9 today and had to bust my butt to get home and get ready for the show, but we're here.
We're here doing it. We got Andrea Lynn Toman here from Junction City. Ginger from Fort Scott. What's going on with my buttons here? We got Ellen over here in Leavenworth. Small crowd tonight. Running a little late. Ricky wanted to add a last-minute flyer.
Yeah.
Took us a little bit to get it on here, but we're good to go. We're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. So anything new or?
Not much, really. Just same old, different day. Keeping up with the Flyers, keeping up with the daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Kaylee.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to figure out who this rag tech is on YouTube watching. It says wow, and then
they posted that hours ago.
Scary. Whatever that's
all. No, they posted it in about 30 minutes ago before we were live. I don't know what it is either. Maybe it was just the flyer on the because every time that this schedules a show, it sends out a flyer.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Ginger Beerbauer from Fort Scott and Ellen Dotson from Leavenworth. Hey, Ellen. Talked to her earlier and chat for a little while I was at work. Right before I went to work and kind of a little bit after I got to work. But
nice.
Nice. Kaylee Routh, how you doing? Don't forget to shout out there from where you're from and stuff and say howdy. Let us know you're here and watching.
For sure. It's kind of late. Some people might be plus it's also Saturday night. A lot of people probably do, out hanging out with their friends or
probably
watching movies with their kids and stuff. So it's always tough to get a crowd on a late Saturday night. But that's what we're dealing with right now. Well, let's go ahead and get to some cases. I'm gonna run an ad real quick, not an ad, a commercial for one of the hotlines that we pursue here, and we'll be right back after this.
All right.
If you or someone you know is thinking of running from home, has run away, or if you are a runaway ready to go back home, call 1-800-RUNAWAY. That's 1-800-786-2929.
All right, we're going to start with Adam Martinez Cabral. And it's kind of interesting because National Center for Missing and Exploited Children had him as Adam Martinez Cabral, and KBI has him as Cabral Martinez. So I'm not sure which is correct or if he goes by both or what's going on with him. But he's missing from Salina, Kansas since March 11th of 2022. He's 15 years old. He's 5'4" to 5'8", weighs between 110 and 140 pounds. Has black hair and brown eyes. It's believed he may still be in the local Salina area. If you have any information regarding Adam's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Salina, Kansas Police Department at 785-826-7210 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. Or you can call National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-843-5678. And see if we can't find out what where Adam is and get him back to where he needs to be.
Right. Too young.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's I guess it's been about 15 days.
Yeah.
That's a day for every year he's old, but that's a long time for a 15-year-old not to be accounted for.
There's Christopher Ender saying hi, Ricky and Derek. Hey, Christopher, how you doing?
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Let's talk about Anastasia.
All right. Let's see. Anastasia Jackson. She is missing from Topeka, Kansas since March 18th of 2022. She's 15 years old. She is 5'2" tall, weighs 110 pounds, has black hair and brown eyes. It's believed she may still be in the Topeka area or the Riley, Kansas area. I had to look that one up because I was thinking Fort Riley, but it's actually just Riley, which is a different location altogether. If you have any information regarding Anastasia's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Topeka, Kansas Police Department at 785-368-9247 or 785-368-9200 or KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't get her located and back to where she needs to be. And I noticed some interesting comments on her flyer from her, basically wanting the flyer taken down, and it'll be taken down when I know she's been located safe, and I can verify that she's been located safe. So
Right, yeah. Kind of have to wait on the authorities on that one to let us know that she's been accounted for.
And Jenny Dandridge says Colton Burr's case was reopened by the. It says by the this last week. I'm assuming she means by the KBI. I'm assuming. I hope that I'm hoping I'm right. If it is, that's great.
Wow, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome news. Let's talk about Beverly Logan.
All right. And this one is actually a unsolved homicide from here in Salina on January 21st, 2008. Salina Police Department responded to 1200 East Iron to check the welfare of Beverly Logan. Officers found the front door ajar and Miss Logan deceased in the kitchen. It was apparent to the investigating officers she was the victim of a brutal attack. Homicide occurred around noon on a Monday next door to a heavily patronized convenience store on a major arterial street. Beverly's murder has been extensively investigated by the police department, and the investigation is ongoing. There have been no viable suspects developed. The house that she was murdered in, like it says, it was right next door to a convenience store with a car wash and everything, and basically a block off off Ohio Street and a block off of Ohio on, I believe it was on East Iron right there. But I mean, it's crazy. In the middle of the day, somebody had to have seen something. But if you have any information regarding Beverly's death, please call the Salina, Kansas Police Department at 785-826-7210 or call Crime Stoppers at 785-825-8477 or text SA Tips to Crimes, which is 274637. Or you can go to www.pd.salina.org and follow the Crime Stoppers link to submit a tip. You may receive a cash reward up to $1,000, and you're not required to give your name. So let's see, if anybody has any information, no matter how small or insignificant you may think it might be huge for the investigators. So call that in and let them know. See if we can't help get this one solved. I actually drive by that location frequently because it's not too far from where I live. So, yeah. And Jenny did clarify KBI. So Colton Burr's case was reopened by the KBI. That's good to hear. I'm glad they're doing that.
That is awesome.
And hopefully they can track down who did it and bring him to justice and find out, what's going on with Colton.
Right.
Get him brought back home where he needs to be.
It's nice to hear that people are trying to do something because, it's been a long time for Colton, and it's really easy for people that are involved to think that, man, maybe they don't care.
Yeah.
This much time goes on without any kind of resolution, no mention really in the papers. There's just really no talk other than the public talking about it. And then you hear that maybe they've been working on it this whole time and keeping their cards close.
Yeah. And I hear through the grapevine that there are some people at the KBI that are familiar with us and that do watch the show.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
If they're looking for a novice detective, hit me up. If I can skip all the hard work and you just make me a detective, I'm in. I'm in. Tell me about Anna Marie Baldwin, this case from Topeka.
Okay. And hers is also an unsolved homicide from sometime between April 17th and July 17th of 2017 in Topeka. Her remains were found in Osage County, Kansas, by a park ranger just north of Melbourne Lake in Osage County, near the lake's Turkey Point waterfront day use area. It's thought that she was killed between April and July 2017. She was 5'6" tall and weighed about 120 pounds. She had brown and hazel eyes, and at times wore gold-framed glasses. KBI investigators ask anyone who knew Anna in late 2016 or in 2017 or who may have information related to her death to please call 1-800-572-7463, and callers can remain anonymous.
Jeez.
So if you have any information regarding Anna's homicide, no matter how small or insignificant you might think it could be huge to the investigators. So please call it in and let them know what you know.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. Haven't seen Roxanne in here yet. Usually Roxanne's.
I think a lot of people are sleeping, man. It's 10:30.
Yeah. I'm lucky if I make it to bed by midnight every night. So.
Yeah, not everybody's a night out like you, Ricky.
No.
Yeah, we only got 16 people here. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slim crowd tonight, but it's fine. I'll watch the replay tomorrow.
Right.
Let's talk about this case. Mark Wayne Branham.
Okay. In just a second, I want to check and see if there's any updates on him on the law enforcement page that has him posted. And the thing about that one is I ran across him in my newsfeed just by chance. I mean, it was just by chance. So I was like, okay, we're going to go ahead and do a flyer for him and get it up there and get around so we can help get him found. Let's see here, Cali County. Oh, update on his. Says the vehicle and the subject have been located. Thank you to the community for all your assistance. So Cali County did locate him, so it's good.
Who got located?
Branham did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Branham did.
Awesome.
There's Roxanne. She's here.
She's here.
Hey, Roxanne, how are you doing? And I see Kelly Bachman says that her husband Marcus Bachman is doing well in Colorado. Well, hopefully he's made contact with law enforcement to let them know that so they can close his case.
Right. I thought about pulling his flyer the other day, but I hadn't heard anything. I didn't know if he was still unaccounted for or if she was still in contact.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anything for a little while either.
Right. Tell me about Linda Marie Price.
All right, we're going to go out of state for this one. She was missing from McKinney, Kentucky since June 8th of 2015. She was 31 when she went missing. She would now be 38. She is 5'3" to 5'5" and weighs between 120 and 135 pounds. She has light brown blonde hair and gray eyes. At the time, let's see. Yep, went missing from McKinney, which is in Lincoln County, Kentucky, June 8, 2015. She has the following tattoos: a black and pink tribal design on her right shoulder blade, multicolored stars and ivy on the side of her right foot, zodiac symbol, the Leo zodiac sign on her left wrist, and a rose on her upper right arm in the bicep area. She also has a butterfly on her left ankle and a multicolored flower on her lower back, which is, I didn't have a picture of that one. If you have any information regarding Linda's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call Trooper Ayers with the Kentucky State Police at 859-784-4127 and let them know what you may know about Linda's disappearance and see if we can't help get her found. And we're going to be covering another one from Kentucky, Michael Gourley. And from my understanding with these two is they ran with the same group of friends, but it's not.
You want me to go ahead and pull his flyer and just cover it next?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
But it's they run with the same group of friends, and it's not known if their disappearances are related or not. So interesting. Yeah. And let's see, where do I have his at here? No, it's up here. And he's missing from Stanford, Kentucky since May 17th of 2015. He was 38 when he went missing, and he would now be 45. He is 6 foot tall, weighs 220 pounds. He has brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen at 5050 Kentucky Highway 300, also known as Noblick Road in Stanford, Kentucky. He was at a house with friends who stated he left there walking around 9 p.m. However, his hat and shoes were found on the porch of the residence. Again, he was 38 when he went missing. He'd now be 45. He's 6 foot tall, weighs around 220 pounds. Has brown hair and brown eyes. He has a tattoo of Gourley on the right upper arm, and it's blue in color. He has a cross on the left upper arm, Stephanie on the inside of his right forearm, and letter M on the right pec on his chest. Blue, green, and orange colored, and a Chinese symbol on the outer calf of the leg. And again, like I mentioned, him and Linda Price were friends and ran with the same group of friends, but it's not known if there's any connection between their disappearances. So if you have any information regarding Michael's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call Frank Thornberry with the Kentucky State Police at 859-623-2404 and let them know what you may know about Michael's or even Linda's disappearance as well, and see if we can't help get them both located and back to their families.
That's a big dude to go missing.
Yeah, 6 foot 220.
Like if somebody did something to make him go missing, have to be a pretty big person, or they have to catch him off guard.
Yeah,
6 foot 220. That's a pretty good sized guy.
Yeah. I just noticed Kelly Blockman saying she's asked him to, and he won't do it, and she talks to him daily.
Good.
Okay,
Well, at least she's talking to him.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I'm not able to update his flyer to located until he does make contact with them, so they can verify that he is okay. So, I mean, like, kind of. Yeah.
Wish
He needs to do that.
Yeah, he needs to call somebody.
Yeah.
Make sure that's because right now there's it's an active case, and if he's safe and he's where he is because he wants to be, then he should just call in and let him know he's safe.
Yeah.
But again, that's whatever he wants to do. It's completely up to him.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Betty Sue Taylor. This is tonight's episode's title.
Yeah, this one is actually an Arizona case, but she does have Kansas ties. She still does have family here in Kansas. She's missing from Safford, Arizona since March 20th of 2022. She's 12 years old. She's 5'5", weighs 135 pounds, brown hair, hazel eyes. She was last seen about 11 o'clock in the morning when she told her father she was going out for a walk, but she did not return by 6 p.m. Her family began to search for her and reported her missing to the sheriff's office about 8:06 p.m. She is, like I said, originally from Kansas. It's not known if she's trying to return to Kansas, and she's, like I said, does still have family that live here in Kansas, over in the eastern part of the state. And she's 12 years old, 5'5", weighs 135 pounds. She has solar link brown hair with red highlights and hazel eyes. She was last seen wearing a black sweatshirt with white lettering on the front, blue jeans, a baseball cap with neon colors, a turquoise and pink colored Vans tennis shoes. She's also maybe carrying a purple colored backpack. If you have any information regarding Betty's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Graham County, Arizona Sheriff's Office at 928-428-3141 or call your local law enforcement office if you see her outside of that area, and let them know where she's at so they can come and get her. To me, it's concerning because she went for a walk and didn't come back. So, I mean, Derek and I were kind of talking about it before the show, and kind of brings a few scenarios to mind. Obviously, it could be that she just decided she wanted to run away, or, hopefully not, but she could have possibly been picked up or something. We just don't know. So we're hoping that she's okay and safe wherever she is, and she'll be found safe and returned home. So
I just hope it's not another case of a young girl talking to some old person online and being coaxed into leaving on purpose and meeting up with somebody. If there's any adults that are chatting privately with 12-year-olds, that's a little weird.
Yeah. Nothing new on the Graham County Sheriff's Office Facebook on her, so which is not good. I was hoping for an update of some kind, but
yeah, you'd like to see some kind of sign of life from authorities.
Yeah. But hopefully she's okay and safe where she's at, and they'll find her and get her back home. And yeah, it's crazy. She lives in Arizona with her dad and her brother, and I guess her mom and siblings live here in Kansas still. So I mean, like I said, it's not known whether she's trying to make it back here or not. So but just felt important to get this one out there because there's always that small possibility. So I want to keep all eyes open, all eyes focused, and get it out there and see if we can't get her found.
Right. Too young. Too young to be unaccounted for.
Yeah, 12 years old. So,
well, I wanted to tell you, I've been talking to my brother-in-law. So me and Ricky, I'm going to be in Wamego, Kansas on July 4th. And that town is known for July 4th. They have one of the most elaborate firework displays. The whole town celebrates the entire day. I'm planning on doing something Kansas Missing Unsolved related. The most recent development is my brother-in-law is associated with some people that do floats for the parade.
Oh wow!
And he said my wife could probably help get it going. He's like, but we could probably get you guys a float in the parade.
Wow!
And the float could just be several of those big banners we made, on just all sides of whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of cool things in the background that might be happening, but that was one that was kind of brought to my attention today that maybe I was just thinking me and Ricky could put up a table somewhere and just show people flyers, and just kind of meet some people. But maybe there's talk of maybe a float, Ricky. That sounds exciting.
That would be cool. That would be really cool,
man. Get some people involved. That's how we do things. Go ahead and tell us about Suzanne Johnson.
Alrighty. Let's see, where's she hiding at my list? There she is. Okay, she was reported missing from her home in Elkhart, Kansas on March 4th of 1971. Her partially disrobed body was found 15 days later on March 19th of 1971, northwest of Elkhart by a volunteer searcher about 30 minutes after a large-scale search was launched to look for clues in her disappearance. Her murder does remain unsolved. If you have any information regarding Suzanne's death, please call the KBI at 1-800-572-7463. And again, as like we said with the other ones there, no matter how small of a piece of information you think you might have, it may be just the big piece they need to put some stuff together to, solve this case and bring somebody to justice. So let them know what you know. Definitely
I know there's a lot I know about this case, but I try not to, just because it would take an hour to cover this case. But basically, me and my mom have Suzanne Johnson's autopsy, and the things that were done to her are just terrible.
Yeah.
Whoever killed Suzanne did not care about her.
Wow.
Like there was bad things done to her, and it's like, I don't know. I can't believe it's been, what is that, 51 years?
Pretty close to, yeah, right around there. 71, yeah, 29. Yeah. No. Yeah. 29 and yeah. Right around almost 51 years, yeah.
That's enough, That's enough time, man.
Yeah.
To get the information out. But still we wait for information to come out about Suzanne, and hopefully get some resolution. Her mom, really sweet lady. I've had the pleasure and honor of talking to her on the phone. She's getting up there in age, and I know she wants to know what happens.
Yeah.
She wants to know what's going on. So you just hope that family can get the resolution they deserve. Hey, Kelsey.
Kelsey in the house.
You hate to see a case go 51 years where her mother's still here and just like, I don't know what happened that day. You know, I just know my daughter went missing and then we found her body.
Right.
Tell me about Jesse Granigan.
Okay. Let's see here. I guess my phone is having issues for some strange reason. Let's see. Jesse Greninger Jr. is missing from Parson, Kansas since March 10th of 2022. 16 years old. He's 5'10", weighs 120 pounds, has brown hair and blue eyes. If you have any information regarding Jesse's disappearance, you know his whereabouts, please call the Parson, Kansas Police Department at 620-421-7060 or KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can help find Jesse and get him back to where he needs to be.
Right. $16 days.
Yeah. Wonder why my phone's being stupid.
I don't know. You're popular tonight, though.
No, my brother's been trying to go and ask me what's going on with my phone. And I said, "What do you mean?" And he hasn't answered me yet. So I don't know. I've been having other people telling me that when they try to call me, it either isn't going through or it goes to voicemail. My brother says he's getting a recording that says Verizon customer I'm trying to reach is not available.
Oh, really?
Weird. Yeah. Which is
maybe
weird.
He blocked you.
I don't know what's going on.
He's
trying to call me and he can't get through to me, and I can call out just fine.
Does he know you're on the air?
I told him. I said, I'm doing the show.
Tell him we don't have a call-in number yet, so he'll have to wait.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I forget to cover many cases though, because we'd just be chatting with all these cool people.
Yeah.
Just chatting with everybody. We got a few cases left here. Tell us about Noah.
Okay. My phone's having a
You
fit.
were so popular.
Yeah. Noah Blanchard. Gotta find him here. Noah Blanchard, missing from Junction City, Kansas since March 3rd of 2022. He's 18 years old. He's 5'10", 170 pounds, brown hair and brown eyes. It's believed he's still in the Junction City area. So if you have any information regarding Noah's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Riley County, Kansas Police Department at 785-537-2112 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can help get him found and back to where he needs to be.
Right. 18, he's an adult, but it sounds like people are worried.
Right. Oh, hush. I said hush.
You might put that on mute, because that's crazy.
Yeah, because it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, that's a little
overkill.
overkill.
Fix that problem. Well, I did a restart on my phone, thinking maybe that might help.
Right. Let's talk about Jeremy Cook.
Okay. And we initially covered him as a missing person. Now it's turned into an unsolved homicide. A citizen called 911 after finding a 2006 white Jeep Grand Cherokee on November 19, 2020. The last vehicle Jeremy Cook was seen in the 7300 block of East Bailey in Wichita. Officers found Jeremy inside with a fatal gunshot wound. The investigation is ongoing, but police say the shooting was not random and no arrests have been made. If you have any information regarding Jeremy's death, please call the Wichita Police Detectives at 316-268-4407, Crime Stoppers at 316-267-2111, or the See Something, Say Something hotline at 316-519-2282. And again, like we've said with the other unsolved homicides, no matter how small of a piece of information you think you have, get it to the investigators and maybe just be the missing piece they need to lead them to who did this to him.
Right. Poor guy. Yeah. Poor family.
Yep, Andrea Noah Blanchard is from your area. Let's
talk about Jackie Haye.
Okay. This is the one that kind of delayed the show a little bit because I was trying to find the flyer. She's missing from Topeka, Kansas on September 12th of 1981. She was 5 when she went missing. She's now 46. At the time she went missing, she was 3'6", 45 pounds, blonde hair and blue eyes. Let's see here. Jackie disappeared after going out to play with her step siblings and other children in the front yard of their home in the 3100 block of Southeast Colfax in Topeka. Eventually, all the other children went inside, leaving her alone. Her family was getting ready to go to a house they were building south of Topeka when they discovered she was missing about 4 o'clock on September 12th of 1981. She was last seen walking away from Colfax and Golf Park near Southeast or 31st Street in Bryant, about 1 block east of her home. She was apparently being followed by a man at the time, and she's never been heard from again. Authorities did not begin to search for Jackie for about 4 hours after her disappearance was reported. Police picked up a local man that same night who matched the description of the man seen following Jackie. They questioned him for hours about her disappearance, but ultimately released him without charging him. Jackie lived with her parents and 4 older step-siblings at the time of her disappearance. She had just started kindergarten at the Avondale Elementary School a few days earlier and was considered a bright child with a large vocabulary for her age. Her mother has since passed away in 2007, but her father is still alive. Authorities believe she was most likely abducted, but few clues are available in her case. And if you have any information regarding her disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call the Topeka, Kansas Police Department at 785-368-9551. Or you can call let me find my other numbers here. So I didn't put them on this flyer. I'm going to make an updated flyer. 785-368-9200 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can help solve what happened to Jackie Haye and get her back to where she needs to be. It's been a long, long time.
Yeah. I can't believe you have a 5-year-old. Like last time we saw her, she was just walking down. Why would you let her? I mean, it's different times, but
yeah.
I mean, my parents used to let me take off all the time. It's just a 5-year-old off by themselves. And then they took forever to say, start lurking. It's like, well, maybe she'll come back. Like, what are you talking about? It's a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
There's a 5-year-old that walked off. Let's alert. Like one time when Doc was like 4, I took him and raced to a busy playground. Doc took off and I lost him for about 3 minutes. Scariest 3 minutes of my life.
Wow.
And then finally I found him. Nobody tried to abduct him. He just literally ran off into the kids. But, that was 3 minutes. And I was like running up to strangers being like, my son is lost. My son is lost. And the scary thing is nobody seemed to care. They were just like, find him. I'm like, no, you got to help me. I felt helpless. I just don't see how a 5-year-old can go missing for 5 days. I mean, for like 5 hours and people aren't just freaking out.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, the part that's the scary part is they're saying that she was apparently being followed by a man, when she walked off. So, I mean, sounds like that could only point in one direction.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what Kelsey means right here. It says it won't let me post as me, Kelsey. I don't know what. Yeah. Terry is here.
He is here. He's like, hey, what is this? What is this comment? Ricky, answer your phone.
And it says, "Hi guys, I have answered you. I'm here."
Your phone might be going on the fritz.
I don't know. It might be because I can call out just fine. So I may have to break down and get me another one. I mean, my service, I got to get me another card for it in here in a few days. It's set to expire in 4 days. So, I mean, so I'm on Straight Talk with Walmart where you get the card every month and just reload it every month, So I still have service. So it's not that part. So I don't know what's going on.
Right.
No, mine's not
man. We had I think it's harder whenever there's nobody here because well, not nobody, but there's fewer people here because we usually have a lot of comments we have to go to.
Yeah, Scott's asking me if I have a newer phone, LTE, 4G, 5G. Mine's a Motorola G6 or something like that.
Hold on.
They're ending service 3/31/22 with an older phone.
Whoa, that was a mighty sneeze. Woo.
And we should have one more.
One more. Which one?
Dana Bruce.
Oh, no, not pull her.
Yeah.
Let me see where I have that one.
As we want to cover her.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Dana Bruce is missing from Sedalia, Missouri since October 4th of 2008. She was 23 when she went missing. She would now be 36. She is 5'2", 98 pounds, brown hair and green or hazel eyes. She was last seen at her children's babysitter's home in Sedalia. She'd left her children there earlier that day so she could go out for the evening. She returned at midnight, gave the babysitter more money, and asked her to watch the children for the remainder of the night. She was seen at Malone's Bar on Main Street with a young man driving a late model red Ford F-150 earlier on the night of her disappearance. She left with the man at about 11:30 p.m. Police have identified the man that she was with. He had traveled to Atlanta, Georgia after her disappearance, and police questioned him about Bruce after he was arrested there on unrelated charges of marijuana possession and driving on a suspended license. Authorities haven't named him publicly, but are calling him a person of interest in her case. He told his questioners that he and Dana parted ways after they left the bar, and he never saw her after that. She left all of her belongings behind, including her hairbrush and toothbrush. She does not have credit cards, debit cards, a checking account, a cell phone, or a car. Again, at the time of her disappearance, she was 23. She would now be 36. She's 5'2" tall and weighs 98 pounds. She has brown hair that was colored brown at the roots and black at the ends with red highlights, and she had green or hazel eyes. She was last known to be wearing a black shirt with the word Rebel and silver lettering on the front and blue jeans. She has a tattoo of a teddy bear with wings and the name Dylan on her upper left arm. She's blind in her left eye. She has a 2-inch scar along her lower spine and a staple scar in her right shoulder, and her ears are pierced one time each. If you have any information regarding Dana's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call the Sedalia, Missouri Police Department at 660-827-7823 or 660-826-8100. Or you can call the Missouri State Highway Patrol at 573-526-6178. Or their toll-free number is 866-362-6422, and see if we can't help get Dana located and back to where she needs to be. And Ellen is saying that Dana's mom passed away. She passed away not knowing what happened to Dana. That's terrible. That is terrible. Hopefully we can get some answers for her surviving family members.
Right.
That's the sole purpose of doing this, is to get answers.
36 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, these late night shows are a little more.
Yeah.
A little more. What's the word I'm looking for? Quiet.
Yeah, and usually on
night shift.
Yeah, the Saturdays when we can start them at 9 when I'm not working.
It's a lot better.
It's a lot better. We have
more
people in the house and stuff. So hopefully people will check out the replay and.
Yeah, that's really all it's about, is just getting these flyers out and read them, you know. So and honestly, as far if you compare our live numbers to the amount of podcast downloads, we average about 300 downloads per podcast, audio podcast.
Oh wow.
So that's awesome. So people that and I don't think those people watch this show, because I wouldn't watch a live stream and then listen to the same show as a podcast. I think the people that listen to the podcast don't watch this show, and I think the people that watch this show don't listen to the podcast. So there's two different audiences. So people are going to hear this show regardless.
Right. And my brother's saying Springfield 3, which he has sent me basically the script for it so we can cover it. It's pretty lengthy. So our plan for it is to do a standalone pre-record and run it that way because it's very, very lengthy, a lot of
Right.
information. So, and he actually wants to help produce that episode as well when we do
I'm
that.
down.
Okay. So he was talking to me about that, saying he'd like to help produce that, which is fine with me. I don't have a problem with it.
Right.
So
I think it's a good idea.
And Shanna is saying that she's working, listening on her downtime, and sure of her
Awesome.
heart. Love you guys. I'm here late better than never. And of course, there's always the replay, Char. You can listen to that too.
Yeah.
And Ellen was saying Dana's 2 kids want to know what happened to their mom.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do, and they deserve to know. They need to know. They deserve that.
Right.
And hopefully by continually covering her case, show after show, which I have no problem doing, we can help get those answers for them.
Right.
And Lori's saying maybe my phone was accidentally put on Do Not Disturb mode. I'll have to check that out. I don't know.
I had to get a new phone because my phone kept getting stuck on Do Not Disturb mode. Like I was working and I need my phone to work. And every time I pulled my phone out of my pocket, it was on Do Not Disturb. That was before I had my work iPad. So like it messed up my day. It was very so that's why I got a new phone. I went from Google phone to iPhone again. I'm back on iPhone. I like iPhone. It just works.
I have to figure out where the Do Not Disturb mode thing is because I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have to look at my settings here.
If you're not on Do Not Disturb because you just got 150 text messages, you might have been on Do Not Disturb.
Definitely. Yeah.
I think maybe you were stuck on Do Not Disturb for a while.
Yeah. And
somehow you took it off.
And my data is not turned off, so no, it's not that.
Wow.
Oh, I have a Moto G7 Optimo Max is what I have.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which has been a good phone for the length of time that I've had it. I haven't had any problems with it, so I don't know why all of a sudden it's deciding I don't need to have my phone calls.
All right.
And Ellen's saying, thank you. You're welcome, Ellen. And I hope that, covering Dana's case helps. I hope it's, getting people to talking and hopefully they'll reach the right person with the right ears and the right heart and they'll finally do the right thing and make the call.
Right.
I really hope so. But with that, let's go ahead and do our sign-off prayer real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us together tonight and allowing us to cover these cases and go over these unsolved homicides. And hopefully we can bring some folks home and get families some answers on what happened to their loved ones that were violently taken from them. And it's good to hear that Colton Barrera's case has been reopened. And I just pray that case will, find some answers and get some closure as well to find out what happened to Colton. Until we see each other again on the show next Saturday, keep everybody safe and healthy and out of harm's way. And we pray these things in your name, Heavenly Father. Amen.
If you or someone you know is experiencing a suicidal crisis or emotional distress, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255.